Hello and welcome to Real Talk Fishing. Just going to show you how to make a quick rig that I would usually use on most venues. Right then, so first I'm going to start by using £20 hybrid. This is a coated braid, weedy green. Just going to pull off about that much, which is about 12 inches, just over. Just going to cut that with the scissors, and I'm not going to cut right at the end like that. Go right to the base, just snip it off like so. Right then, so first I'm going to start by using £20 hybrid. This is a coated braid, weedy green. Just going to pull off about that much, which is about 12 inches, just over. Just going to cut that with the scissors, and I'm not going to cut right at the end like that. Go right to the base, just snip it off like so. Okay, so that's our braid, and next I'm going to tie the actual hair for the top of the rig. I'm going to use my quarter stripper tool and actually clip it into there and pull away just the top of the braid. You may get a bit of fray like that of the plastic coating. Pull that off, it's not damaged at all. And now I'm going to quickly tie my hair. So I'm going to twist the loop round like that. Use my baiting needle, pop that through, twist it round, pull that through there. Okay, so that's our hair tied. Okay, next step, I'm actually going to pop my bait on. I'm using mainline dumbbell hookers, fusion flavour. These are only 10mm, tiny baits. And what I'm going to do is pop the baiting needle through the dumbbell, like so. Pop it onto the top of the rig. I'm going to use an extender stop, just because I think they hold the bait on a lot better. And pop the hair stop through the eye, pull that down nice and tight, so that the hair stop sits neatly in the end like that. Then I'll pull this up. That's about how far away I want it from the hook, like that. So I've now got a bit of stripped off braid just to here, so I'm going to start whipping the knot on. Right, so what I'm going to do is go the opposite way to where the joint of the hook is. Just going to quickly wet that off of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think should be fine, and then one back over just for luck. Just hold it in place. Pop that through the eye, go through the back so it's coming out the front, and what that does is puts a nice angle on that for when it comes out the eye. Okay, next step, go to the other end of the rig, get my little quarter stripper tool out again, pull that through. Then you're going to take off 2 inches, something like that, grip it nice and firmly, strip away your braid, and that leaves you with a nice bit of loose braid there without the coating on. And I'm just going to get one of these, it's a quarter anti-tangle sleeve. I'm going to pop that onto the rig before I tie the loop on. So that just sits at the middle of the rig at the moment, just like so. Actually, I put it on the wrong way around. Not usually too fiddly to do this, just because I'm so cold. So pull that through like so. Then get my link loop. This is just the quarter link loop, about $3.99 for 15 of them. Can use these, can use swivels, up to you. I just don't like to use a lot of metal on my rigs. And then what I'm going to do with this, just going to wet out that braid first. Going to pop that through the eye of that. I'm going to pinch just here. So I've got the loop on that side, braid that side. And I'm just going to whip that around about 8 times, as many as you feel you want. Everyone's different. I'm going to pop it back through a little loop at the top of the link loop. And I'll pull that nice and tight. Right, so some people might use a lighter at this point just to snip off that tag end. I don't like to do that. I just get the scissors out, and you don't cut with braid like that. All it does is fray it. So if you go to the base of the scissors, pin your finger over the side, and just slide the scissors along, you should get a much cleaner cut than you would if you were just slicing through. So there it is. I then pull this up to the top of the rig and just pull that link loop just slightly into it, so I can still get me quick clip on there. I would have actually used shrink tube at the bend of the hook there, just to give it more aggressive turn, but unfortunately I didn't have any. Forgot to go to the tackle shop and get that for this video. And then what I will do, just to weigh it down, I've got some Gardner critical mass putty here. You don't need a lot of it, only need a little bit. This is rock solid because it's so cold. I'm just going to pop that just up from the eye of the hook, maybe about an inch up. Pop that on, give it a turn, and I'm going to do another one just slightly up from that. About here on the rigs. That's just to ensure that it all stays down along the bottom. So I'll quickly show you the finished product. There it is, there's the rig ring. As we go along, we've got the braid coming right to the end of that, so there's still a slight bend in there in case you do have a silty bottom and that's stood upright. You don't want it, you know, flicking up in the silt and poking out. Go along. Got a bit of putty, just hold it down to the bottom. Bit more putty. Got our hook there with a little bit of tubing on there. I put it so it's coming out halfway. You put the hook out through the side of the tubing, and then make sure it steers clear of that hook rather than flopping over the hook eye, because that's something I'm quite paranoid about. And then it goes down to the dumbbell, which I've got hooked on the end there. Alright, so that is my rig. Alright, so I'm quickly just going to take you through a few of the baits that I'm using. Made by the Push Baits. You can get them available at www.pushbaits.com. Now, here we are, these are really good. They're sort of a dumbbell shape. None of them are the same, they're all completely different. And they're proper stinky baits. They're all different sizes, as I said. These ones are sort of dumbbell. And they're all coconut. They're all made with coconut, as you can see the white in there. You know, they're really high attract. They stink of coconut and beef. These ones, they're a real meaty flavour. So I've got those. I'm using those a lot of the moment. These are the red fruits, and these are proper good. They're really stinky. All hand rolled. Not one of them put in a boiling machine. And they proper stink. They're really sweet, those, and high vis, and they're bottom baits as well, so that could give you a bit of an edge. Not bad bait to get on. Thinking up a few flavours for the winter, and I thought, well, the stinkier the better, and I want something really high vis. Oh, I can hardly even open a bag of these, they're so stinky. Again, made with coconut, but also they've got garlic in there, a lot of garlic, and they're proper stinky. They're boiled only for a few minutes. They're starting to go rock hard now, which is just how I want them really. Yeah, those are garlic, nice colour to them as well, really stinky baits. These are a proper crafty little invention that me and my mate Bob Tyler made. Let's get some of those out. Those are a replication of the cell boilies really. Had a little sniff of those, sort of thought what kind of smells you getting from those, and they absolutely reek of coconut. So this is why we set out to use coconut in our baits, because the fish are obviously going mad for it. So that's a load of desiccated coconut in there. We need a load of it as well. And yeah, we've put in a little bit of Richworth's red fruit flavouring into it, only a couple of mil, and some molasses as well to really give it a strong sweet flavour. And yeah, I've had a lot of good fish off those. They absolutely stink. They're brilliant, and there's a nice texture to them as well. All different sizes, nice colour. They look natural. They look really good. And I've got another bag in here. I've got so much bait I don't even know what to do with it all. These ones we made the other day, and these are proper pungent. I again decided to make them red because that seems to be what the fish love. I don't like all these sort of pink and yellow stupid colour baits. I like to try and keep it as natural as I can. But yeah, these are a nice red, good texture, again all hand rolled, and these are actually Marmite flavour, which is yeast extract. Put in a load of Marmite, and they absolutely reek of the stuff, so strong. And that is the push baits range so far. You do have to freeze them. They will last a few weeks, not in the freezer, but they will go hard. That's what I've done with mine. I just kept them in my bait bucket. Not freezing them, because I will use these over the next sort of week or so. Doing a lot of day sessions at the moment. Yeah, there's going to be a load more coming out in the range. They are all going to get proper packaging. That's all stuck at the post office at the moment. All designs are done for them. So yeah, we should hopefully have them in the tackle shops and online soon. So yeah, I'll let you know more about that. Cheers.